Let's talk about that jobs report, shall we? We're not seeing robust growth in employment or in the overall economy. Come on in, Jeff Seeker, a man who says the stock market ultimately is going to go down and it won't be too long before we see it go down. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at this number. The first thing we got to realize is there are 94 million Americans who are not in the workforce for whatever reason. This number was dismal. And for all of those half-witted economists that believe that the jobs number has been the greatest support for the so-called recovery, they have to think again, because this was a dismal report, and we keep getting downward revisions. Yep. We had a downward revision for February, a downward revision for March, and now we're looking at the potential of this being a downward revision as well.
Now, does this tie into, you're bearish on the stock market, you think the market's going to go down. These numbers today tie into that bearish view?
Yeah, let's take a look at the market today. The market today is very tame, very calm as far as the performance today. But the reason it is because we have a market that's become addicted to the Fed. The market has not plummeted on this horrendous economic news because it's supporting the bad news is good news theory, which means that the optimism about keeping rates lower for longer is alive and well. And that's been the only fuel that this market has had to rely on.
And you say it cannot go on forever, and when it stops, we go down.
It's going to be ugly, and I think people have been deceiving themselves into believing you could have an earnings recession for this long, this many quarters. When earnings have showed us something. People are deceiving themselves to think that there's any sustainability to a market that does not have the backdrop of good earnings and a strong economy. We don't have that. And there's nothing that's going to create it in the near term.
Just what we need on a Friday morning. You're about to get out on that weekend, enjoy whatever sunshine you can scrape together, and Jeff Seeker comes along and says, this horrendous economic report, that market's going down, we can't sustain this forever. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right.